Hey guys, Mars Thinking here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today I wanted to talk a little bit about my expectations for the two carnival banners that will be dropping in part 2. They should be coming within the next 2 days. It's advertised on the live stream that we saw yesterday where they revealed the characters. All they say at the end, they don't give a time, they just say the 14th PST. Now, obviously, Thursday is the 14th, but depending on what time it is PST, and PST is like 8 hours behind me in the UK, which means if it's late in the evening PST, or like even late in the afternoon, it will be very early in the morning, like after midnight, essentially, on Friday morning, Friday the 15th for me. So if you're in the UK or Europe or any time zone that's ahead of us, then it's potentially going to be Friday the 15th. We don't know the time yet. We should be getting a data download tomorrow. Basically, at the time that this video is going to go up on the channel, it's probably going to be just under 12 hours away that we'll get a JP data download, because JP usually gets it first and then Global gets it in the morning for some reason during the worldwide celebration, even though it's basically all the same stuff in both of them. So we should know for sure by the end of my tomorrow's early stream, for those of you familiar with the time slot of my early stream. My stream schedule is posted on the Twitter, the YouTube community tab, and in the stream schedule channel in my Discord. So if you're ever unsure about when I am streaming, check in there. Once we do know when the banners are going to be live, this time for the Friday morning stream might change, because obviously I want to be live when the banners come out, and if they're coming out earlier than we would expect, or like earlier than my early stream is scheduled for, then obviously I'll be moving the time of that stream. So anyway, today we're going to talk about the banners and what I would potentially expect to see on them. However, I do need to talk about it a little bit first. This is when I came to start bringing up like the units and bringing up the banners to look at previously. When it comes to Carnival LR banners, I feel like this is a lot more difficult to predict who the featured LRs or the main featured units are going to be. Because, for example, we'll take a look at, these are the legendary Summon Carnival banners from last year's worldwide celebration. So obviously we had Super Saiyan Goku in part 1, and we had the Metal Cooler in part 2. So when we take a look at these banners, we have the new Carnival LR, and then we have 6 featured LRs. So just to clarify as well, for people were getting confused about whether the part 2 banners are 1 banner or 2 banners, because of the image they showed in the video, the one that I used on my thumbnail, where it's Trunks and Gohan, and then it says like double legendary Carnival, and at the bottom it says 7 featured units can awaken into LRs. They advertised the anniversary Carnival banners in the exact same way, and obviously we still got 2. And they both have 7 featured LRs on them, so we would expect that the part 2 banners for this worldwide celebration are going to be the same, which is 2 banners both with 7 featured units or featured LRs. So when it comes to determining the units, I mean, this is Carnival Super Saiyan Goku. So the featured LRs, we had another Super Saiyan Goku. We had Frieza, which is kind of relevant because even though it was from Namek, like Frieza is obviously very relevant to Super Saiyan Goku. And then this Vegeta from Namek. Kaioken Goku is obviously just a different form of Goku. But then we had God Goku and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So the problem is the link between the featured LRs and the main unit are not exactly easy to draw that line, right? Like how they relate to the unit, other than just being like another Goku. And then when we look at the Metal Cooler banner, obviously we had some extreme units on here like Broly and Janemba, but remember, like, Metal Cooler's leader skill was Wicked Bloodline and Goku's was Powerful Comeback. Like, none of these featured units on Cooler's banner really have anything to do with Cooler or are even on his team. So this becomes a little bit more confusing when it comes to Carnival banners in terms of predicting units. Like with Dokkan Fest exclusive banners, we can predict usually which Dokkan Fest exclusive is going to return for the first time based on the schedule of the timeline. And then we can kind of guess based on older versions of the same character or characters that are going to Easy A. It's a lot easier to predict Dokkan Fest exclusive banners. But when it comes to these Carnival LR banners, there really is just a tenuous or even no link at all between some of these featured units and the actual new units. So if we look at both of the units for the anniversary banner, obviously we had the worldwide units return. And then again, like for Goku's banner, like what has Cell got to do with this Goku, right? Vegeta, I mean, this isn't the Goku from Namek, so they don't know, he doesn't have the same link that he did to Carnival Goku. Kaioken Goku is fair enough, I suppose. Goku and Gohan, right? Golden Frieza, again, no real link here whatsoever. And then when we take a look at the Gohan banner, like Metal Cooler, Zamasu, even like the GT trio, they're not a Bond of Master and Disciple unit, and Gohan's not involved. So some of these units just have absolutely no link whatsoever. Some might have just been based on how long it's been since they've been featured on a banner. Otherwise, who knows? Maybe they just put a bunch of pictures on a dartboard and then had at it and to decide who was going to be featured. So I'm going to go through some of the things that I think we could see based on some links to the main units. Or something that at least fits the theme, right? So let me know what you guys think down below. Obviously, let me know who you think will be on the banners. Now, the first big point of contention is, of course, going to be the Anniversary Carnival LRs, because this is the next, you know, dual Carnival banners that we've gotten since the Anniversary. However, for Global, the Anniversary was literally like, you know, a month, 2 months ago. So if these units return on the worldwide banners, in a way it is good, but then it also kind of sucks for people who, like me, for example, I had to go super deep on the Goku banner to get him. And then for him to come back like 2 months later, I could have just, you know, I mean, obviously for me as a content creator, it's different because I have to pull the units so I can make videos. But like anyone who really chased copies of these units only for them to then come back on this other banner where potentially people are going to be summoning for like future Gohan, especially because he seems so good. Like if this Goku is on future Gohan's banner and then I pull multiple copies of him before I pull future Gohan, I will be annoyed after how long it took me to get one copy from his original banner. But I think it is still good because obviously otherwise for the worldwide units, we have to wait way too long for them to come back. And of course, with the sync happening in the near future, and we don't know exactly how that's going to pan out, we could, and I know it's like the big pie in the sky pipeline dream, but it could come true. The 9th anniversary could be shared, which means these guys would be coming back on those banners. So it doesn't matter too much for Global if they don't come back. For JP, they absolutely have to. And if we look at last year's Worldwide Celebration banners, they differed between Global and JP. As you can see, Global got future Trunks and Gohan on this banner, whereas JP got the Kaioken Goku that was the Part 2 LR. And then this is the JP version of Metal Cooler. This is the global version of Metal Cooler's banner. We got Gohan and Goku, and JP got the Tech Great 8 Vegeta. So the JP versions of these banners will 100% have these two units on. The big question is, are they going to be on the global banners or not? And honestly, with the sync being a thing that's planned, even if the anniversaries aren't going to be synced, I think they should be, right? Because when you have Carnival exclusive LRs, it kind of makes sense that they should be returning on Carnival banners as much as possible, especially when they are the dual Dokkan Fest Carnival banners. So that is absolutely something that I would expect to see. And of course, I actually didn't bring the pages up for them, but thinking about it now, we would almost certainly expect to see Carnival Goku and Metal Cooler as well, right? Like almost 100%, because they were last year's Worldwide Celebration units. So Metal Cooler, Super Saiyan Carnival Goku, and then the Anniversary LRs. Definitely shoe-ins for the JP banner. It'll just remain to be seen whether these guys will be on the global banners or not. So next up, the big one that I know a lot of people have been waiting for, and that is the Bulma. Now, going back to the issue with the global schedule, this banner right here for global, we got the Goku and Gohan. They are the Part 2 Golden Week LR for that year. So one of the theories is that if Global isn't going to get the Anniversary Carnival LRs come back, then this slot on the banner would be taken up by Bulma. The only problem is, because this is a Carnival banner, the other banner would just have to be some random yellow coin LR in the place of Kaioken Goku. So on this banner, it was Future Gohan and Trunks. It'd be kind of funny if it was Future Gohan and Trunks again, because they do kind of fit the theme of the celebration. So that could be a thing that I could potentially see happening. But yes, Bulma returning as a featured unit for the first time. She hasn't been available in the yellow coin shop yet because it hasn't been enough LR banners since she released. So her coming back would be very good. I think even if she's not featured, she probably will be available with the carnival coins potentially. And then that would be an interesting choice because obviously she still is one of the best units in the game. Could definitely be a worthwhile pickup with coins. Although when it comes to carnival coins, I do think they should be saved for carnival exclusive LRs because they're the only way to get them. Although at the same time, yellow coins have become a lot less easy to get because it's a lot less worth summoning on yellow coin banners now. So saving up yellow coins to buy Bulma and saving your carnival coins for a carnival LR is obviously going to take a lot longer. So, but Bulma I would expect to see on one of the banners featured, whether it's on just on global because we don't get the anniversary LRs, or we do get the anniversary LRs and she's just featured on both for both versions. I think that would definitely be very good. A lot of people obviously not having her because there's been no other opportunities to get her in terms of either featured or with coins. You've basically just had to be lucky on other yellow coin LR banners, right? So hopefully she does return as a featured unit. Then the other problem is because she didn't release as any kind of jewel celebration is who will be her counterpart on the other banner. And a couple of the ideas that I had for like the standalone yellow coin LRs is either the Int Zamasu, because obviously he fits the theme, is on the Tech LR Zamasu team. Even though I know there's the whole issue with the same name and everything, but this guy can still be a really good third slot floating unit on the Zamasu team. So I think him being featured as like the opposite to Bulma would be perfectly fine. Or the other option, of course, is the Tech LR Goku Black, Rose, and Zamasu, because these guys with their EZA, they are also having a bit, a bit of a resurgence now. Very good on the Tech LR Zamasu team, so I could see them being featured opposite the Bulma or the Int Zamasu, or just taking up one of the other slots on the banner. Because I haven't decided to pick out a full like 14 LRs, because like I say, all the featured LRs, some of them it just seems so random that it could just be any yellow coin LRs at this point. Like AGL Super Boo might be featured because he's one of the more recent yellow coin LRs. I could definitely see that, but I wasn't going to put this in here as a prediction because he just has no link to like either of the units, so they could really do anything. But I definitely expect a slot on each of the banners, one to be taken up by Bulma and then the other one to potentially be taken up by one of these two. And then the other thing that I think would be very interesting for the part 2 banners is we still have no idea what the EZAs are going to be in part 3. Obviously, people, since we're not getting a new unit, people are still very much hoping that we get an EZA either for the LR Rose or for the Int Transforming Goku Black. So imagine if we got an EZA for Int LR Rose in part 3, and he is featured on one of the part 2 Carnival banners. That would obviously be very good. And then, of course, we mentioned them already, but the AGL, Future Gohan, and Trunks being featured would make a lot of sense. Now, I have seen people tout the idea of them potentially getting an EZA in part 3 because it would be pretty hype, like a big ticket EZA. They would be very good, obviously, on like the Future Gohan team. However, obviously, looking at the date, I mean, this unit is what, not even 2 years old. So it would be kind of weird to EZA them now. And people, there'll be an absolute riot in the community if these guys EZA and not this guy, because look at this guy. I mean, he came out actually over 3 years ago. So this guy definitely needs to get an EZA. The Int Transforming Goku Black needs to get an EZA. But I could see these two being featured on the banner, whether they're going to get an EZA or not. But hopefully we will see EZA for this guy. I think it would be awesome to get him as like a surprise EZA. It is way ahead of schedule, but I mean, it would just be super cool for like the Future Gohan team and everything, but I definitely don't expect it. However, I could expect to see him featured on the actual banners. So be interesting to see what they do. We talked about this on stream as just as like a joke, but imagine if they've seen the outcry from the community about no new Rose. So for part 3, they give us this guy's EZA, the Int Goku Black EZA, and then they drop like this guy's EZA as like another big ticket thing for part 3 to kind of like quote unquote make it up to people who were disappointed with the part 2 like choices. I feel like that would be really good, because as much as I want a new Rose or a new Goku Black of any sort of variety, really, if they EZA this guy and the Int one, as the TUR one in part 3, and they're both really, really good, then I think that does kind of, I don't want to say save, because I know people, I think the Zamasu team is still perfectly fine. A lot of people are now mad that they didn't get that extra buff. Hopefully those people would be satisfied if we were to get the easy A's for this guy and the TUR. Even if we just got an easy A for this guy, but he's like super good, that would obviously be really good for the Zamasu team as well. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. There are going to be 14 LRs featured in total, including the new Trunks and Future Gohan. Who do you think they will be? Like I say, these guys will be a shoe-in for the JP banners, but it's a bit hit or miss whether they will be on the global one. Bulma, if the anniversary one's on global, she should be featured, but it'd be much better if she was featured on both. And then these are the LRs that kind of most fit the theme, so I could see them being featured on the banner as well. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Which banner are you most interested in summoning on, or are you going to wait to see the banner lineups? Obviously, we only know what the main headline units do based on what we've seen on paper. We haven't seen them in game yet. I am leaning way more towards Future Gohan, but I have seen some calcs for Trunks that make me think he is a little bit better than I originally thought. Still a bit disappointed with some of his animations, especially the finish of the Spirit Sword standby. I think that looks really underwhelming, but interested to see how they do in game, and interested to see what the banners look like. Remember, you will be able to use your rainbow tickets on either the part 2 banners or the part 1 banners when these banners drop. So let me know what your thoughts are for summoning on the part 2 banners down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.